Plaintiff Kelly Watson says she met the defendant when she was taking pictures of herself for her dominatrix business, and they became friends. Kelly suing her former friend for an impound fee and airfare. Defendant Catherine Collins insists her ex physically abused her, and she believes Kelly was romantically interested in her ex, and that's why she always took his side over Catherine's. Catherine is countersuing for defamation of character and emotional distress.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
I met Kiki in 2015. She was on the back deck of our apartment taking pictures for her dominatrix stripping profile, and I had a bubble machine, so I thought that like bubbles in the background would maybe look cool since it wasn't like a professional photographer. And I really admired her. She was so confident in her body. She had no problem being who she was. She would stand up to anybody, fight for anything, and I admired that. However, she became aggressive, and I realized that there is another side to Kiki. She, for example, my friend Billy, who she was dating at the time, and he's here, he showed up at my door and blood was dripping down his face. And I said, what happened? And he said that he had just gotten into it with Kiki and that she had hit him with her keys. And her keys, it's like a big key. I mean, you can wind it up and just do some damage. Yeah.
You say she's a very successful woman. Maybe they're keys to the city. Go ahead.
Well, they got in a lot of confrontations together, and she has a lot of police report calls. She has the police on speed dial, basically.
She does.
Right.
Meaning that she's calling the police on someone else.
She's calling the police saying that Billy was being aggressive to her.
So how do you know any different?
Because one of the times that she did say that he beat her up, she actually showed up at my door right after this supposed incident had happened, and she didn't have a scratch on her. Nothing had touched her. And I guess that you would mix that with the rest of her behavior.
What is that behavior? Because you admired most of it.
That's right, I forgot.
I admired her confidence. I didn't admire her manipulation and her dishonesty.
All right, let's hear from you, ma'am.
Okay, so, Your Honor, me and her was friends for a couple of years, but with the ex, the police calls was due to a lot of his anger issues and, okay, you a man, but you would not put your hands on me. So I will call the police on you. And he will run over there to her house and tell lies and tell her whatever he want to tell her.
They're close friends or something?
They were close friends, but not close enough to where she could have came to me, because we were closer friends. She could have came to me as a woman and asked me about the story.
I guess the average guy, if he's having problems with his woman or his wife, he goes to his confidant, who is typically a male. So you're saying she's his confidant?
It got to be more than that.
You suspect it's more than just a strong friendship? You think it's some romantic,
I think so.
Sexual situation going?
Yes, because at times she was.
Let her give her side.
Thank you. So at times when me and him was getting into it and things like that, like she would still actually support him. She would never come to me.
Yeah, she supported him about one of your other incidents, talking about you didn't have a scratch on you.
Well, I'm chocolate, so sometimes my brother.
Well, you don't have to. You have scratches when you're hit in the face. You're not always hit in the face. You can be pushed, you can be thrown down, you can be hit in some part of your body under your neck and not have the bruise, but still having been physically assaulted. But she immediately wanted to defend her man. I mean, her friend. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So.
But, you know, at those times, like, you know, you supposed to have been a woman and actually came to me, because if I was your friend or if I was your so-called friend, to get my side of the story.
She didn't?
No. Never came to me now once.
You never came to her to get her side?
which story?
Any of them where she alleges he was assaulting her. Anytime she come to you.
I was friends with both of them. And so when he would come.
That means you get both sides, but go ahead.
I did hear both sides.
No,
I managed to have a friendship with both of them.
I got that part. She said you didn't listen to her side. That's
Never
all.
did.
She a big liar. So all she
Stand
do
up,
is lie.
sir. Stand up when you want to talk. State
Whatever,
your name.
woman beater.
State your name.
My name is Billy Merritt.
Mm-hmm. You a woman beater?
No, sir. I got arrested, but the charges were dropped.
Okay.
I got a
She a
I got a
big lie. She don't do
restraining
nothing
order
but
right
lie
now.
all
Let's see
day,
the
make
restraining
stuff
order.
up. She got me
restraining.
locked
He's not
up.
supposed to be 3 blocks from me right now.
How old
and
is
he's
this?
on probation.
Okay, sir. The restraining order against you was granted.
That's because I pleaded guilty because they weren't trying to do nothing else. They know I
Plead
want
guilty to a restraining order?
I pleaded guilty to trespassing.
Okay.
It was a domestic assault. They dropped it to a
So
trespass.
you have been convicted.
to trespassing. They dropped the
Pled
assault.
guilty. I know what happens in court, young man. Now have a seat. Does she have a restraining order against her? Has she been convicted?
No.
Well, you should have been asking that question while you're defending him.
I ain't know
Because
one
he's been
time for my
convicted. He pled guilty. Get him out of here. You don't talk in my
don't even hit
courtroom
females at
unless
all.
you ask to. I don't know where you think you are. Go ahead, ma'am. Why are you suing her for this impound fee? What happened?
She got in a car accident in March of 2017. And I went with her to get her car out. And I paid for it, and she agreed to pay me back.
How much?
Paid $227.23. She said she would pay me back, and that meant a lot to her. And a couple weeks later, she did pay me $100.
The airfare, what is that for?
The airfare is for a plane ticket that I bought her.
Okay.
She was stuck in Texas, needed to get back.
Wasn't
Bought her a
stuck.
ticket.
And when was she to repay?
I told her to repay me when she could.
And how long ago was that?
That was in June of 2017.
Okay.
And she
Ma'am?
paid me $50 about within 2 weeks of getting back here.
Okay. Ma'am?
Can I start with the truck issue?
Sure.
So the truck issue, I ended up getting into an accident. The tow man pulled up. He asked me for a drop fee. I told him didn't have a drop fee, so I let him go. She run out the door like a crackhead on Adderall, talking about some
Crack and Adderall. Ooh.
Called crackhead on Adderall. She got a big
That's super
addiction
high,
to
yeah.
Adderall.
Go ahead.
Okay. So she runs out there talking about, why ain't you call me? Why ain't you tell me? Because I'm a grown woman. If my truck gets towed, I'll pay that on my own. But if you're willingly to get my truck out the tow, you go right ahead. You're my friend. That's what friends do.
In fact, she stated to me,
Hold on,
"Oh my
ma'am.
God,
Did
Kelly."
you agree to repay her?
No, I didn't.
She said
We didn't
you
have
paid her
no
some
loan
of it.
issue.
She said you paid her some of it.
Because we was friends. And because if you helped me, yeah, I'm going to give you some money. I'm here, thank you. My appreciation for you getting my truck out willingly.
How about the
I
airfare?
have text
So the
of her
air- Hold on.
dating.
How about the
Okay,
airfare?
so wait. So the airfare, I got documentation. I paid for my tickets in advance, Megabus.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't stuck nowhere. Her and my ex, the woman abuser, him, they was calling me, begging me, telling me, we miss you, we want you to come back. And she agreed willingly. I said, I've never been on a plane. So she was like, okay, I'll pay for the plane ticket willingly. Okay, why would I agree?
So you saying everything was a gift, ma'am?
Yes, it was a gift.
What do you
because
want?
I already had my tickets purchased.
All right, let me see it if that's what you want me to do. And you say you have text indicating that she owes you. And what is your counterclaim for, ma'am? How does she owe you for defamation?
It's defamation because her and my ex and them, they was running around in the buildings and they was telling the neighbors, now we got 2 large buildings. And they was telling the neighbors like, yeah, she got AIDS, she got HIV, she got this, she got that. And that's very emotional to lie about something like that or to just say something about somebody like that. And it's not true.
Ma'am,
So
were you telling people that?
No, Your Honor, I was not.
What evidence do you have that she may have stated that? In a defamation claim, yes, you can allege it. If they deny it, then you must prove it.
Yeah, no, I can't prove anything saying that she was saying that, but it was people in the building.
You have a letter from those people?
No, I don't.
Right. You got to have some type of evidence to make that type of allegation. Your claim, ma'am, you have provided me with some evidence where, ma'am, you said, when I have money to pay you back, I will. My judgment then goes to the plaintiff and your claim is dismissed. You haven't proven any defamation. Have a good day.
She kept defending and kept being towards a person that actually is manipulative and actually is abusive and a woman beater.
I am not as entertaining, but I think facts speak for themselves. I didn't lie or defame her character. She didn't do that all on her own. Like, have you met you?
No, but you did, and you're lying.